Good morning. So I want to talk about the obedient people again. And I found them boring for many years now, but I'm starting to get fascinated by the obedient people again. So, but first I want to tell you this story. It's from Australia. Dr. William Bay, Billy Bay. I think it started with him crashing a meeting, actually. I'm not sure, but I think so. So the Australian Medical Association, they had this fancy meeting, right? And this guy came in, William Bay, Dr. William Bay, came in there and he said, you know, this vaccine, COVID vaccine, is crap. And then he was suspended. Yeah. Well, he's a good guy, this one. I love listening to this guy. Right. Anyway, he was suspended, and then now the Queensland Supreme Court said what you did to William Bay was wrong. And the suspensions have been lifted, and I think this is true. The cost for the court case had to be paid by this medical regulatory agency in Australia. This is fantastic. Right, I just wanted to tell you this. It's great news. Right, so I want to talk about the obedient because I realized something. Now, if you look at these assholes who committed this crime, the biggest hoax ever, I think, COVID, right? They depend on the obedient people to support them. Right? That's where the power is coming from. It's the obedient people, right? They accept their products, they buy their products, they do what they are told, right? So that's where the money is coming from, that's where the power is coming from. They don't get any power from us, do they? Because we just say no to them, right? So, and I think they had guarantees that the obedient people would remain ignorant. They would keep supporting them, no matter what. You know, these assholes who committed the crime, they think, yeah, this will continue. These obedient people will never let us down. Right? And they had these guarantees. They had the health agencies, they had media, and the politicians, right? And then what happened? You know, things started to happen, right? And the obedient people started to realize that this was indeed a hoax. And this is what's going on now. And it's because of the stories, you know, because of what happens to people. So they listen to media and the authorities, right? And then they look and they see what happens to themselves, to their parents, to their children, to friends, right? Because they took the needle, they see what happens. And then the information is starting to come in. The truth is starting to come in here. And then what happens? So they are no longer guaranteed the support from the obedient people. And then what happens, right? Just have a look at this. What happens when the obedient people realize that this was indeed the biggest hoax ever? Then what? And that's where they become interesting again, to me at least. Because I know where we are, you know, those of us who said no to this crap, I know where we are. I know this guy, William Bay, I know how he is. I know more or less what he will do. He will just keep fighting, right? So, but what will the obedient people do? And that the reason this is fascinating to me is because that's where the power is. To the assholes, to the criminals. They get the power from these obedient, stupid people. And many of them are not really stupid, you know. Many people are smart. It's just that maybe they are lazy, you know. They think, you know, I don't have to look into this. Oh, the authorities, they say that this is okay, so I'll just take that needle, you know. I'm busy doing this stuff. I just bought a new nail polish You know, that's good stuff. I'll do that. No. Oh, I see. Media, they say that there's a pandemic now. Okay. So what do you suggest I do? Well, I should take this needle. Okay, I'll do it. Then I move on to my car or something, right? I polish my shoes. They're just lazy. Many of them, I think. But when it comes down to people getting hurt, including themselves, including their children, parents, and friends, well, then you sort of get out of that lazy couch, don't you? So I'm looking forward to what's going to happen next. So what do you think? Be good.